Hi, Claude Whitacre here. I'm a sales trainer. I've written several books on selling and on marketing. I give speeches to groups of salespeople and groups of small business owners. And a lot of times from the stage, somebody will ask me questions, if they're in sales and they go out prospecting, they'll say, okay, when we're cold calling or when we're calling people on the phone and they give us objections, how do you handle the objections? For example, well, now's not a good time, we already have a supplier, I have somebody else that takes care of that for me. Now's not a, call me back in a month. There's all kinds of objections. Well, why do they say these objections? Is it because everything that they say is true? No. It's that they don't want to talk to you when you're calling because they're busy and they've probably gotten 10 calls like yours all day. See, I own a small store. See? Store? Okay. I own a small store. It's actually much larger than this, I promise you. But I get about 15 calls every single day. And it starts out with, is the owner in? Well, here's the deal. If you call me and you ask if the owner's in, the answer is no. Always. The answer is no. The owner's not in. Okay? Why? Because I don't want to talk to you. Because the only person that says, is the owner in, is somebody that is cold calling me that has no idea who I am. They're just running through a list of numbers. See? Now, if they call and they say, hi, is Claude in? My wife just comes and gets me. She doesn't even ask who you are or what you want or anything. Just comes and gets me. And I answer the phone. I go, yeah, this is Claude. What can I do for you? Well, isn't that better? First of all, know the person's name when you call. That helps. All right? But let's get back to the objections. When somebody's giving you an objection, here's how I handle it. See, I view all these objections as exactly the same thing. See, somebody says, well, can you mail me something later? I said, no, I want to meet with you briefly. Or they say, well, right now we're already buying from somebody else. So I just keep going back and asking for the appointment. For example, they say, well, right now we're buying from somebody else. I say, I understand completely. In fact, most of my clients have multiple sources of product and deal with several sources and several advisors and several suppliers. Okay, which is one of the best reasons why you should meet with me. Are you going to be there tomorrow at 3 o'clock? And they go, well, I don't know. I'm kind of a busy person. So am I. I think we should meet. Is tomorrow at 3 o'clock okay? I don't know. Right now, we've got the other things that we're doing right now. And, if you call me back in the spring, maybe we'll have more of a budget. And I understand budget is very much a concern. How about tomorrow at 3 o'clock? Now, why do I keep doing that? Here's a secret I learned from a little kid, all right? I'm at a store, not this store, but I'm at a store, and I listen to this mom, and I listen to this little kid. And the little kid says, Mom, I want this. We're standing in the aisle, getting ready to check out. Mom, I want this. I don't know what it was, a game maybe, or a little piece of candy. I don't remember what it is. Mom, I want this. And the mom says, no, not right now. You haven't had your supper yet. Mom, I want this. Well, right now, I don't want you to eat that because it's full of sugar and it's going to make you hyper. Mom, I want this. Oh, well, that's not fair because your brother's not here and he's not going to get one, and it's just not fair. You shouldn't have candy when your husband or when your brother doesn't have candy. Mom, I want this. You know what she said eventually? She said, oh, okay, here. Just take one. Why? Was it because the child answered all of her objections and succinctly gave all these reasons and overcame the objection and used logic and salesmanship and overcame the objection? No, it's nothing like that. Because the objection was a reflex. See, to her, she just didn't want her kid to have candy. She just felt an urge to give a reason why you can't have candy. Okay, one reason is it's not fair to your brother because he's not here. Is that really true? No, probably not. Was she really thinking, oh, I hope my kid doesn't ask for candy because that wouldn't really be fair because all my children have to have exactly the same amount of candy or there'll be an inequity in the candy distributorship in my family. Is she thinking that? No. She's thinking, I don't want to get my little girl to have candy, probably because she's going to become a hyper. That's really probably the reason. But she knows her little kid isn't going to know what hyper means, and she knows her little kid is not going to go, Mom, I promise I'm not going to be hyper, because the little kid doesn't even know what that is, and she's going to be hyper anyway. So she just comes up with these reasons, and the kid doesn't know anything about objections or how to answer objections. She just keeps going back to, I want this, I want this. And you know what I found out? When you're cold calling, and somebody starts giving you objections, and you just come up with like 2 or 3 answers very quickly, and just fast answers to, right now we're dealing with another supplier, then we should talk. Are you going to be there tomorrow at 3 o'clock? you know, you just go right back to it. Don't even answer the objection. Why? Because the objection is not real. If you answer the objection, it doesn't help because the objection is not real. Okay? I devote a little bit of time to that in my book on prospecting. It says Sales Prospecting, the Ultimate Guide to Finding Highly Likely Prospects You Can Close in One Call. I spend a little bit of time on this subject in my book. I also talk about referrals and cold calling and networking and what to say and all those different dialogues you can use and how to make these techniques work for you and how to choose the best client and how to find clients that are really, really highly prepared to buy from you, very highly likely to already buy from you. Okay, that's what you want. You don't want people that you're going to have to convince. You want people that are going to buy from you almost automatically, and that's what the book does. It explains how to get those people and where to find those people. Okay, it's on Amazon. Thanks. Bye-bye.